How's it going, guys? We are about to get started for a short session. We are about to get started for a short session of some DBD. We're playing the new killer / PTB chapter. We are doing a short session before I have to go back to jury duty. I'm not even going to be wearing a headband or anything like that. We're just kind of going like a short session before going back to the courthouse. I mean, so I'm not even really doing anything special. I'm just playing. I am going to be playing the new PTB though. It's going to be a lot of fun. We should be able to get about 2 hours in. Just got back. I got it downloaded, ready to go. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I don't have much time on my hands here, so I shaved, by the way. Sorry. I went ahead and shaved the mustache. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at the game and what we have to look forward to with the patch notes. Alright. Alright, let's go. Alright, the new content. Let's see. Alright, the new content consists of this. We're only going to... Features and content. Added a new option for players reporting into tallying. Okay, exploit. Alright. Added a new status effect for survivors. Broken. Survivors afflicted with the broken status effect may not be healed past the injury. Okay, so they can be healed to full. So they'll be like having no mither. This status is shown to other players on the character portraits in the bottom left-hand corner. The broken status is applied to survivors when they successfully use deliverance to unhook themselves. Deliverance. It must be some kind of new, I bet you mine that's a new, new perk for the new survivor, Deliverance. Added a new score effect, Safe Hook Rescue. The scoring event triggers after a survivor has been unhooked and knocked down for 10 seconds. The survivor that performed the hook rescue gains the points. This score event helps clarify if when a Safe Hook Rescue has occurred for the purposes of Emblem, Benevolent, and new perk Deliverance. Okay. Added a direct link to customers. Okay, we're not gonna read that. Score event changes. Balance. The score event points for unhooking a survivor before the generators are complete have been reduced from 1,500 to 1,000. The score event points for unhooking a survivor after generators are complete have been reduced from 1,875 to 1,500. Okay, basically they're making things that will give you less points. Added a score event for healing yourself or others with a instant medkit add-on. Holy crap, that's going to be good for survivors. More points for you guys. let's see, map changes. This is what I'm looking forward to again. Building changes were adjusted to minimize the effect of long chase windows on the main building tiles. That's big. Torment Creek removed the possibility for 2 pallets to spawn in the front of the silo. Blocked dead end when the long chase window doesn't spawn. Only 1 pallet will now spawn if the long chase windows spawn. Okay. Basically, they're talking about the big loop at on that map for Torment Creek. Okay, that's good. Fractured Cowshed. Okay, that's a big one. Removed the possibility of the long chase window to spawn. Okay, thank God. Improved the safety of the short window close to the basement. Okay, so they kind of like bounced it out a little bit there. Modified the outside debris near the basement to remove a dead end. Adjusted totem placement. Okay, cool. Rancid Abattoir. Change the configuration of the guide fences when the long chase windows. I missed a stash already. Oh no. Yeah, I got to get my picture taken for my license, so I figured, you know, I might as well go ahead and shave that. I don't want that for 4 years. I don't want a mustache on my license. I don't want people going, this doesn't look like you, doing that for 4 years. So I went ahead and shaved it. Gas Heaven. The front door is now always open. Nice. Good idea. I like it. That's going to help other killers besides like Nurse. That's good. Okay, they also adjusted the 2 placements of the lockers in Rancid. Wretched Shop. Remove the possibility for the long chase windows to spawn. Remove the dead end near the former long. This is just balancing the map out. We can get to this later. This is great though. Maybe they, you know, I won't say they fixed it, but they helped out the maps for sure. They definitely balanced those out to be a little bit more, you know, better for the killers. It seems like. Emblem changes. I don't care about emblems. We can get to that later. The trapper changes. Trap buffering has been reintroduced. A bear trap that is being disarmed will not trap survivors who run over it. What? Bear trap. Disarm bear trap increased from 2.5 seconds to 3.5. Okay, I never knew this. So if you're disarming a trap, that means if you're trying to disarm a trap and somebody, your partner or survivor teammate runs by you, it won't trap them. I didn't know that. So it seems like if that was happening before, they would get trapped. So they made it to where it doesn't do that anymore. That's cool. I mean, the chances of that happening, well, that would probably happen more with Survive with Friends than anything else. Okay, Wraith had a lot of changes. Holy crap. It's a whole page. This is good though. Movement speed while uncloaking has been adjusted. The uncloak exit animation, which lasts 0.3 seconds after finishing uncloaking, can now be cancelled by attacking or interacting with an object. After successfully uncloaking the Wraith gains a burst speed for 1 second. Oh, thank God. And that should have already been happening in my opinion. But similar to the effect from the Windstorm add-ons, these add-ons have been redesigned. Nice. Time required to burn the Wraith out of a cloak with a flashlight increased from 1.5 to 2 seconds. The Blind Warrior add-ons, which previously granted further light burn protection, have been redesigned. Revisited all of Wraith's add-ons. Swift Hunt add-ons have their values and rarities adjusted. So they're basically doing almost a whole rework with all his add-ons. That's good. Windstorm add-ons now increase the Wraith's movement speed while cloaked and decrease the Wraith's movement speed while uncloaked. So Windstorm used to make it to where you got like a buffer, like you got a second, a full, like you got faster after the uncloaking. So since they changed that to make it where it happens every time now, they had to readjust Windstorm to do something different. All-Seeing Mud replaced with a new add-on, the Beast. Change the rarity from uncommon to common. The Wraith's terror radius no longer suppressed while cloaked. Blood points granted for Stalker and surprise attack are increased by 100. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. This is a lot. Basically, they're redesigning all of his add-ons. We can kind of get to that in a second. Nurse changes, readjusted the Nurse interruption animations, bug fixes. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Fix an issue that caused survivors to be offset when being hooked. Okay. Perks. Fix an issue that made it impossible to use Unbreakable if the player was recovering from adrenaline triggered. Okay. Oh, these are all fixes. Okay. Look at all the bug fixes they did. Look, these are all bug fixes. Huh. Okay. Let's look at the killer. New killer called the Spirit. I bet she's the one with her mouth wide open. What a great mugshot. Okay, here are her teachable three teachable perks. Spirit Fury. Each pallet you break magnifies the wrath of the entity. After breaking 4 pallets, the next time you are stunned by a pallet, the entity will instantly break the pallet. You still suffer from the stun though. Okay. Hex. Haunted Ground. Ooh, I love the design on this. That looks awesome. 2 trapped hex totems will spawn in the trial. When one of the 2 trapped hex totems is cleansed by a survivor, all survivors suffer from the exposed status for 40 seconds. Okay. Rancer. We'll go with Rancer. But remember, these are level 1 perks, so that's 40 seconds. It could be up to a minute, but that's still not very long. You become obsessed with one survivor each time a generator is completed. The obsession sees your aura for 5 seconds. Each time a generator is completed, all survivors' locations are revealed to you for 3 seconds. Once all generators are completed, the obsession has the exposed status, and the killer can kill the obsession. Kill, not sacrifice. Okay. Not too bad, I guess, but let me read this again. Each time a generation. Okay, that's not bad. I like. Okay, so wait a minute. Isn't that like Bitter Murmur though? Isn't that just like Bitter Murmur when you? Oh, the obsession sees you for 5 seconds. Okay, each time a generator is completed, all survivors' locations are revealed to you for. Okay, so Bitter Murmur only allows you to see them whenever you are within like 16 meters or closer to the generator being completed. This is going to let everybody be seen at once. It's okay, I guess, except for the last part. Once all generators are complete, but generators all have to be completed. So that would be good for Blood Warden and Remember Me, so you can kind of prolong people to stay in the game. You prolong the game and extend it out so you have the ability and the time to find the obsession, and so you can kill them. So that's good. It should have been a samurai. That's what I said. I mean, I mean, look at her. She is a samurai, basically. I thought her name was going to be the samurai, honestly. That's what I was going to call her. Or that's what I did call her, I think. Hold on. Spirit Fury is pretty good, I guess. This one, it looks cool, but I don't know how. I mean, think about it. Survivors are going to adjust to that to the point where once they cleanse the totem, they're just going to hide out. I mean, they don't have to do that because they'll have, if they pay attention and are aware, you get an exposed status to your right side. Just like when you unhook a survivor with the Pig's perk, Make Your Choice. Okay, so you get an exposed status effect to your right if you pay attention. And plus, I think you make a noise like you've been injured with the status effect when you unhook a survivor. So, that's not really going to help, in my opinion. Not with the meta, if you think about it. Because survivors, just like before with Noed, they're going to just kind of like, if they are exposed, they're going to hide for the 40 seconds to a minute that they are exposed so they don't get hit one time and go down. Once they know they're exposed, they're going to like chill out and not do anything. But yeah, this will okay, this exposes them, or not exposes them, this reveals the survivors. Once each generator is completed, all survivors' locations are revealed to you for 3 seconds. So these two kind of do go hand in hand together, so you could use this one with this one. So it's not all bad. So you can actually, they synergize pretty well. Let's look at the survivor real fast and see his perks. Overall, right now, I don't think it's going to be a big meta change. Ooh, he's black. I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be somebody. I don't know what I was expecting. He's black though. He is. He's got. I like his hairdo. It reminds me of the '80s. Adam Francis, a resourceful teacher, able to adapt to new circumstances and develop strategies accordingly. His personal perks: diversion, deliverance, and autodidact. I'm not saying that right. Help him distract the killer, survive desperate situations, and become more skilled as the trial continues. Adam. Oh, we gotta read the biography for the killer. I forgot to do that. Adam was born in the Rollington town in Kingston, Jamaica man. He's Jamaica man. I said, oh, he's black. Okay, I didn't expect it. I'm sorry. Sue me. Sue me. His father died in a car accident. I got cotton mouth. I'm sorry. When he was 2, and his uncle took him in. His uncle was a strict but fair man who raised him to value education. At Kingston College, Adam discovered his father's published works, which triggered his passion for literature. His campus, however, was known for his focus on athletics. As a shy teacher with his nose stuck in books, he was perfect prey for bullies. What he lacked in sports, he made up in grit. He learned to defend himself in the thick of it. It's during his years in college that he started to imagine his life somewhere else. While his close friends orbited the music industry, he followed a surer path. His grades granted him admission to higher education, and there was a demand for teachers abroad. After graduating university, You ain't lying. He does look like Bugsby. You're right. He looks just like him, except for he's a little bit smaller because, well, he's about the same size, I guess. He taught extra classes to afford applying fees overseas. He had a steady diet of long commutes, grading piles, nightly lessons, plans, and early classes. This reminds me of back when I was in college, when I was trying to be a teacher. Jesus. After a year, he managed to apply for a position abroad. His first plane ride took him to southern Japan for a new start. His life in Kagoshima was hectic. There was little time to do everything he took for granted back home. His Japanese was elementary at best, which slowed him down. Buying groceries took hours. Long commutes had to be planned, and lesson plans relied on Japanese notions which he had learned. But after a few months, he found his rhythm. He reflected on it one morning while riding a train to work, but he no longer had to study the kanji characters filling the map. He knew his way. His language skills had improved. He felt connected to his students, and he treated himself to luxurious restaurants on the weekends. He even had his first vacation planned. Within seconds, Adam's world was brought down to a slow motion. Rails hissed, bags came pouring down, and the floor trembled before the hit. Adam crashed forward as the train flipped upside down. He landed on a window pane as an unhinged door came flying at a passenger. He rolled over so that the door would hit him instead of the girl. He shut his eyes as he braced for impact, but nothing happened. Then he gets sucked into the realm of the fog. He squinted, one eye open, and saw nothing but darkness. A heavy fog had taken over the train. Ice seemed to flow through his body, reaching his lips first, with the tip of his fingers before spreading to his legs. Lulled by the warm hum of the dark whisper, he closed his eyes, drifting. No one truly knows what happened to Adam Francis. The school teachers imagined the worst when they watched the train derailment on the news and saw he was missing. Their fears seemed to be confirmed. When Adam's bag was recovered from the crash site, but his body was never found. To this day, his uncle believes that Adam took off after the train crash alive, still somewhere out there. Let's read. Yep. Hey, man, thanks for the host, Hampton. I appreciate that. Yeah, he looks like Bugsy, though. Okay, let's read his perks. Ooh, that's a sweet-ass looking emblem right there, isn't it? I love the artwork. Diversion. Activated perk. Standing within the killer's terror radius while not in a chase for 45 seconds. Already, I'm thinking of the other Black Survivors perk, and that is, what's the one It's not Detective's Hunch, it's called Stakeout. I'm thinking of Stakeout already because you have to be close to the terror radius of the killer, but not be in a chase. Once the perk is activated, press the active ability button while crouched and motionless to throw a pebble, which creates a loud noise notification for the killer at a distance of 10 meters. This is a distraction perk. This is brilliant, is it not? The perk deactivates once it has been used. That's pretty brilliant. I like it. I mean, I don't like it as a killer because it's going to really... but I'm digging it, though. I really am. Diversion. It's called Diversion for a reason. Deliverance. After performing a safe hook rescue on another survivor, this perk activates. You now have a 100% chance to unhook yourself during the escape attempt. Holy shit. A successful deliverance from the hook triggers a broken status effect for 100 seconds. Broken means you are injured. You cannot heal yourself. It's like no mither. We just read that earlier if you guys wasn't here for it. Let's read the quotes at the bottom too. There's what is easy and then there's what is right. If you confuse the two, there's no telling what you become. Good quote. I was raised by a strict man who taught me how to make the best of a bad situation. Okay? Autodidact. That's what we're calling it. Autodidact. So you start the trial with a negative 20% progression penalty for skill checks to heal survivors. For every successful skill check completed while healing a survivor, you receive a token of maximum of 3 tokens. Each token grants you a 20 plus 20% bonus progression. I don't know who that is. Bonus progression for a successful skill check while healing a survivor. Great skill check cannot be performed while using autodidact. I kind of like it. What do you guys think about that one? So, you're going to start the trial with the penalty of negative 20%. But you can get a token each time you do a successful... You don't have to be a perfect skill check. It just has to be a successful one, right? So that's not hard to do. I don't really like it, honestly. It grants you a 20% bonus progression for a successful skill check. So basically, you're going to heal a survivor really fast. I'm not going to use this perk. The only perk I'm going to use, I see myself using, is these two. I probably won't use that one. Alright, let's level up the killer and play some games. Insidious, what a great perk. Oh, don't forget, you start with, now that they changed it and patched it over, you start with the killer's perks at level 1 each one of them actually. So you're at level 1 on all 3 of these. A talisman that makes one happy and enthusiastic. Slightly increases Yamamaka's haunting duration. Okay. Yamamaka's. I think I'm saying that right. Gifted bamboo comb. Slightly decreased Yamamokas. Yamamokas? Is it mochas or macas? Mochas, I think. Alright. That just, you know, makes it, decreases the charge time. This increases the haunting power recovery. Lullaby. Nothing special. Considerably increases Yamamoka's haunting duration. So what do you guys think so far? Oh, I think I watched one game be played already, while I was downloading this, and I think Predator could be a really good perk for this killer because you need help tracking. It's kind of like the nurse. Like, I'll read you guys her power actually real fast. Right here. Okay. The spirit can use her power. Yamaoka's. It's Yamaoka's. I'm sorry, Yamaoka's. I know now I'm saying her name right. Yamaoka's haunting to enter ethereal plane and reappear at a new location. Tap and hold the power button to charge. The spirit will depart her physical body, leaving behind a stationary husk. While Yamaoka's haunting is active, the spirit may traverse freely to a new location, moving at a fast rate for a short duration. She is still confined to a movement within the physical environments and surroundings. The spirit leaves the physical plane, losing sight of all survivors. She can, however, still sense the scratch marks they leave in the environment. The spirit will produce an audible cue at her current location. Once the power has ended, the spirit retains her speed boost for a brief period and her husk fades away. Using Yamaoka's haunting depletes the spirit's power bar. The power bar will automatically replenish over time. The power bar must be fully replenished before it can be triggered again. Okay, it kind of reminds me of the nurse. Wow. Speaking of, there's so far, you know, I'm definitely digging her though. What's up, Caden? I will be playing. I gotta get this done first. A survivor should have been what? Geisha. Hoping for a female survivor? No, it's actually a black guy. A high risk, a high reward, one depending the difficulty of the skill checkup. She moves like the Wraith. She moves like the Wraith, really. Ooh, barbecue, nice. Let's read what this does. Amulet. Moderately increases Yamaoka's haunting duration, increases the movement speed, moderately increases the haunting power recovery. Okay. We can use that for sure. You think she's more like the Wraith. I mean, you gotta think though, the Wraith got a big buff this patch, so I'm pretty excited about that. Because the Wraith needed help. I mean, they just did a patch on him, and he's still fully like left and right. It's pretty bad. But I'm looking forward to getting Bloodhound and Predator because I think she needs help with the tracking. I really do. What's this do? Considerably increases the recovery. Okay. Agitation. Yeah, we'll take agitation. Oh yay, Insidious. That's what I wanted. Wait a second. I heard 13,000 points last time. Why do I only have 9,000? I gotta look into that, dude. I had 13,000 something shards last game, or last time I played. I didn't buy anything yet. Maybe it's because it's the PTB, I don't know. But I promise you guys I had 13,000 before. I'll tell you what I can do. I can go ahead and create a lobby and spend these points while I'm doing this. That would be the smart play, wouldn't it? This. I don't know what happened to my shards though. I really did have 13.5 because I remember I was going to get maybe the trapper costume or maybe the hillbilly costume with it, and that cost like 13,000 and some change. So I'm not sure why I only have 9,000 now. got Lullaby again. Great. This considerably increases Yamaoka's haunting. I already read that one. This is just like, okay, you're kind of right. In a way, this is kind of like the Wraith. You said she moves like the Wraith, but this is just like Windstorm or something. Slightly increases the hauntings reappearance duration, reappearance movement speed, and increases it. So that's very similar to the Wraith. I would likely see more Adam than Claudette on the test field. You know, that's three black. I mean, I didn't really expect another black person or a black character on this game, like so soon at least, because we just got detective tapping. I'm actually surprised about that. I was thinking was gonna get another female. I think somebody else in chat said there was hoping for another female. I was expecting maybe another female, so I definitely wasn't expecting somebody from Jamaica. But I definitely like his look. I like his haircut, even though he kind of looks like the guy from Friday the 13th. Bugsy, whatever his name is. Trying to get all her add-ons so I can kind of experiment with them and see what I can do with it. Because I'm pretty sure you don't get your points back. You know, you played the PTB and like I had like 600,000 points. You don't get that back once you come back into the real game. So don't forget that, guys. You don't get those points back. Ruin. That's what I need. Hey, just because I'm playing PTB doesn't mean I don't want to win. We got a female on the clown patch, so probably the next one will likely be a female. Yeah, you're probably right. You're just here to say I'm one fine-looking man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, we gotta see what her Mori looks like. I just shaved my mustache too. If you guys want to, you can look on the past streams and look at how I looked with the mustache. I shaved it because I'm getting my license renewed today, and I need to. I didn't want to have a mustache for my license for like for 4 years, so I went ahead and shaved it. Shit, I fucked up. Do I want Tinker or do I want save the best for last? Let's go with Tinker. If we have to, we'll place Kill Your Friends, because right now we're not getting anybody in the lobby. I'm going to go with Predator because I think Predator is going to be better for this killer than Agitation, just because I think she needs help with tracking. So that's what I think. I've only seen like half a game be played. I was waiting on the game to download, and it is. Ooh, what's this? Mother-daughter ring. Tremendously increases Yamaoka's haunting's movement speed. Scratch marks are no longer visible. Oh, sweet. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's bad. Scratch marks are no longer visible. So you get like a big negative with this. So it increases her movement speed, but you cannot see no more scratch marks when you're using it. So that kind of sucks. We're still not in the game yet. Feels bad. I just want to make sure none of my settings got resetted. Sometimes that happens when you get an update. If you guys want to, if we can't get a game, we'll play Survive with Friends, Kill Your Friends, and I'll play it that way. And that way, we can play the new map immediately. Would you guys want to do that? I think you're right, Gilly, because I saw like half a game and I seen, okay, we got one guy. Okay, usually when we get one person, we usually can get a lobby pretty fast. Yeah, I think she needs help with tracking. Let's see what her loadout can look like. It's not a decent loadout, but oh, you know we're going Ebony Mori right away. You know this. Actually, what we'll do... yeah, let's go Ebony Mori. And... so once we get... I mean, I'm rank 1. I'm rank 1, so I'm probably going to get, like... unless I just play really good with her, which is possible. We got a lobby. Let's do this. Alright, this increases her reappearance time. Okay. I think that's the best one. I want to use her perks though. Barbecue and chili could go with that. That's what we're going. Oh my god, they got 2 flashlights and a... Jesus, man. Yeah, I used to be on PS4 too until I built my PC about 6 months ago. God. It was games like this that made me want to get the PC. So we're going to see how we do. I'm kind of worried. I kind of wish I wasn't rank 1 right about now, because if I wasn't, I could have more fun with it. But hopefully these survivors are you know, I do want to win, but I want to really learn more about the killer as of right now, and maybe know more about the survivor as well. We'll play survivor as well, but right now I'm mainly wanting to play killer. That's the way it's always been for me. What do you guys think about the survivor perks? Honestly, I don't think as of right now. I mean, we'll have to see how the perks with the killer synergizes with the rest of the perks that's already in the game, because you know these perks could raise the level of other perks, so it could be really good, you know, for the meta. But as of right now, I don't know. I don't know how. All right, let's see. How well... ooh, her sounds weird. Ooh. I can't... shit, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so the more I use... alright, there's a bar in the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah. Alright, she's got a little samurai. I hate this map, by the way. I didn't hear no drop. I hate this map so badly. Alright, let's just go somewhere else. This is a bad loot spot. My ass whooped already. Oh, that was a pebble. You see that? The pebble hit the tree. I just saw her right there. I don't know how I missed her. She's going back here again. She tried to go out that window, which wasn't there. Nice. Alright. So I gotta get used to her for sure. You have to listen for him. Like, I was able... But luckily, I like that. I can see people whenever... It's about done. Bamboozle would be good for it too. Oh, you messed up, buddy. You messed up, buddy. Really don't know if the basement's here. I don't think it is here. Hopefully my lullaby helps. I agree, it's very similar to the Wraith. Like, think about it. Now that you've mentioned it, it really does seem very similar. I love being able to see him exposed. He's got an insta heal. Nice. Okay, I was only able to hear her though. Oh, I got a Mori, don't I? Do I have a Mori? Yeah, I did. Let's take a look at this. I heard that she's gonna have a scream. Hey, buddy. I see them. I saw him like if you remember Freddy, you could see grass being moved, so it helps. You have to have your like wits about you, because if you don't, you're going to like lose track of them. You need help with tracking with this one. Pop it. Shed adrenaline. Good play. What? I don't know where she went. I guess we can go this way. No, I'm not gonna camp anybody. Stop throwing rocks at me, you asshole! Throwing rocks at me. Alright. Look at that. Look how far I can go. I can actually go pretty far if I need to. So we can use that next time. But of course, you guys, as you guys probably know. Oh, wow. She ain't out yet. She's done for. Let's see how fast we can recover. Nice. All right, we got her. So we recovered pretty fast. It kind of reminds me right there about the nurse, if you think about it, because the nurse can hit you and then blink to you really fast. So you have time to recover once you hit somebody. So you can get a double hit really fast. Her base speed's about the same, I feel like. I would think it, I mean, I don't think she's slow like the Huntress or the Hag. Is that gate open now? It is. Okay, there's no... You'll pay for your sins, sir. You'll pay for... Oh, wait a minute. No, you won't either, because you got that. Okay, you're going to die, though. You're going to try to... God damn it, dude. I thought she went left. Thought she went left, and I stopped. See, that's what I mean. I got Bloodhound on, and I still missed her. Oh well. Yeah, but it reminds me of the Wraith a lot of it though, because like, it's just like, you know, she gets faster with kind of like Windstorm used to do. She could be. She can put a lot of map pressure on. Like these add-ons, this one, and you got to remember I got these green add-ons on, so this increases her reappearance duration, while it also slightly increases her reappearance movement speed. So there is no negative to this. Don't forget that. And this decreases the activation charge time, so it's going to be slower, and her reappearance is going to be faster, or it's going to be decreased along with her movement speed. Her movement speed was faster there. So maybe she is slow. Who knows? I mean, I might need to play with her just one time without the add-ons to see how she is. Only got 18,000 there. We're going to use this next probably. Try to get some points up so I can spend on her. This has a negative though. See, I can't see them. I need Predator. I need Predator really badly. That's why I think Predator is more important than Bloodhound, because Bloodhound you can only see them when they're injured. You know what I mean? So you have to injure them before this can activate. And Predator, you don't have to have them injured. I think it still is activated once. Let's put it on. I think Predator's going to be better here. Oh yeah, man, that Scar's actually my brother's. That's like a $3 gun. That is a nice piece of equipment there. It's expensive. I want to say it's 17mm or something like that is what he said. I'm not sure. There's two different Scars. There's 15mm, 17mm. But he's got the 17, I think. Yeah, that's his gun. He's an avid gun collector, along with being a cop. He likes to shoot guns. I do too. We haven't been in the range in a long time though. You might also need to be. Yeah, I already said that. She's definitely going to be a skilled killer though, because right there, that took all I had just to find them. You know what I mean? Because what it's going to, like, what you can do if you're really crafty at being a survivor, which I'm sure a lot of people will figure out pretty fast, is you can 180 a survivor with this killer, because you can stop, turn around, and go back the other way. So I'll see that move. I'm going to try that the first time I face this killer. I'm going to, you know, do a 180 and go back the way I came. And I promise you that's going to lose some people easily. It's going to be an easy way to lose them. I had knockout on? I didn't even know that. I did not mean to put knockout on. But this perk I like a lot. This is just like, this is going to help so much. This is the perk I'm interested in. This one and maybe that one. But this one to me is not going to be as good. Definitely Ranker is going to be a good perk. What does that stand? What does that mean, Ranker? Wait a minute. Let's hear it.
Ranker.
Rancor. Yeah, rancor. Bitterness or resentfulness, especially when long-standing. That's what the definition says. Rancor. She's kind of like I wouldn't say a knockoff nurse, but she has this tendencies of the nurse / Wraith. Like it's like if Wraith and nurse got together and had a child, this would be it. That'd be the best way to describe her. I honestly thought they were going to call her the samurai though, because she's from Japan. She's got the Japan culture, you know, everywhere. She's wielding a samurai sword as a weapon. Did you notice something like how slashed up she is? Like, look at her. Can't see her right there. But if you look at her, she's got cuts all over her body. Let's read her biography. Rin was the only child of the Yamaoka family. She was raised in the dusty halls of a traditional house in Kagawa. She studied education. Well, education is the link between the survivor and killer. If you ever notice something with the DLC chapters, each chapter, the survivor and killer has a link with one another. The only one that doesn't have a link with another survivor is Leatherface, because he was a standalone killer. But each chapter, the killer and survivor, each one of them have a link to one another, somehow, some way. Education seems to be the link for these two. She studied education at Takamatsu, a private university which weighted heavily on her family's shaky finances. Her mother got ill that year and the bills started piling up. Rin worked part-time in a futile attempt to help lighten the load. Her father faced a debt that grew without end. He started working double shifts in hopes of obtaining a promotion. That's when he started losing sleep. A dark whisper would keep him awake all night, reminding him of the hopeless situation. Exhausted, he started to lose grasp of reality. He fighting to deny what the voice whispered at night. Rin's father made a desperate move. He met with his superior and explained his situation. He begged for a bonus, in advance, time off, anything. His request was denied. The company had launched a defective production line that was costing them dearly. Someone had to be held accountable, and Rin's father fitted the bill perfectly. He was fired after 22 years of service. She rushed in, climbing up the stairs to her parents' room. She found bits and pieces of her mother on the floor. Her limbs were clean cut, tangled up in an unnatural position. Her breasts were sliced up, revealing her ribcage, which was cracked open. Rin gagged. A sharp katana came crashing down. Rin blocked the blade, which bit into her bare forearm. The shock of the recognition interrupted her pain. Her father was wielding the katana with a stoic expression. She cried out to make him stop, but he slashed her arm again. She rushed off and stood on the blood-smeared floor. Using the door frame as a support, she raised herself up. The katana ripped through the wall, cleaving her other arm. She screamed in pain as she limped into the hallway, only to be met with her father's blade. She stepped back, trembling, as she held together the soft, loose flesh. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Thought we had a lobby. Dude, this is intense. Holy shit. She stepped back, trembling as she held together the soft, loose flesh from her abdomen. Images of her mother, tangled limbs, flashed before her eyes. Rin charged at her father, making him stumble back. He punched her torn abdomen, and she reclined in pain. As she struggled to get back up, he slashed her thigh, making her collapse on the floor. As she crawled toward the stairs, he grabbed her hair, yanked her against a partition. The glass shattered on impact, and she fell through, landing 1 floor down. She heard footsteps somewhere above her. With effort, she moved, worming her way in the sea of broken glass. The shards gnawed at her, ripping her flesh. He had to be stopped. He would not get away with what he'd done to her mother. Coughing up blood, her chin grazed the glass, adding to the bleeding. A low-pitched heartbeat started to ring in her ears. Her body felt so heavy she could no longer move. The ground shook with her father's footsteps. She knew she was not going to make it, but she no longer cared. She would make him pay in his life or the next. The dark fog slowly veiled her eyes, but it could not subdue her rage. She would not rest, not yet. The darkness whispered, promising blood and revenge. An oath was made and Ren closed her eyes. Interesting, right? Jeez, that was some intense reading. She's pretty upset, as she should be. I mean, like, most of the time, if you think about it, in the past with the biographies, the entity, the one that they would whisper to and influence, that's the one they would normally influence and get a hold of and bring into the realm of the game, of the fog. But in this instance, it's kind of different because they actually influence the father. Usually it would be the father that would come into the realm of the game. And this time it was somebody else, you know. It was actually at the end that, you know, the entity actually brought somebody else into the game. But normally it would be the father, because that's the one who actually did the heinous crime or committed the heinous act. See, in the past, like the trapper and the hillbilly and the wraith, all these guys, they're the ones that committed the crime or the act. But in this instance, the spirit's case, it was her father, but she's the one that got drug into the fog just because of her bitterness and, you know, rage just wanted she wanted blood, she wanted revenge, you know, for what had been done by her father. So I guess the entity might have saw that and, like, you know, maybe wanted to get her at the end. I don't know if the entity wanted to get her originally. Maybe wanted to, you know, the entity saw a chance to get at somebody. That's all this is influence, you know. And like it's been talked about before with the devs, they see opportunities, openings in the world to influence people. Once they do that, they influence them enough to do something, you know, something terrible. And you know, obviously the things had to line up for the entity to be able to actually influence them enough to make them do something so heinous like this. But like, he lost his job and he had financial pressures, you know, all this stuff added up, and eventually, you know, wanted to, you know, he actually did something about it, which, I mean, wasn't, you know, something you should do, but, you know, that's kind of like everyday life, you know, financial pressures. So that's kind of how the story goes with the entity. Like, it influences people in the everyday world. So that's what happened here, it seems like. But I think the entity was actually trying to get the father in, but normally that's what would happen. But in this case, the daughter got kind of grasped by the entity and brought into the game. So it's definitely something new. I've got such bad cotton mouth right now. After this game, I'm getting another water. So the biggest issue with this killer is obvious. She definitely needs help with tracking. Kind of like the nurse. It reminds me much of the nurse. And we're going to see how she does with the farm, because the nurse has trouble with the farm. So we're gonna see how we do with this one. In actuality, I think it might be better for it because when you're seeing somebody move, when you're actually, you know, in the I couldn't see her at all right there. I have no idea where she was at. I guessed. God damn it. God, I'm having trouble tracking, man. I don't know where they're at. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. God, man. It is tough. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is pretty hardcore. Oh my god, I can't get her there. Alright. She was definitely the best one out of the group. Yeah, this one's not that good. I got the best killer, best survivor on the game, it seemed like. Or not the game, in this game. Yeah, that's all good. Whoa, I got lucky right there. Whoa, that's crazy. See, long straightaways is good for this character. All right, she's got decisive though. Actually, I can get her there. Oh, she don't have decisive. Nice. It didn't show no marks. Dude, that sucks. It didn't show no marks right there though, did it? They need to fix that. I was looking on the ground and I didn't see anything. That's fine. Alright, let's see what we can do. I felt her. Alright, I actually felt her up there. Somebody's to my left. Nice. Does she get it open? I think she does. She's got adrenaline. Oh, wait a minute, how'd she do that? I'm confused, how'd she get healed? Did she get insta-healed? I think she got insta-healed. More for me. Oh yeah, I forgot about Ranker. I forgot about Ranker. Actually gives you a secondary. I was like, what's he talking about? So Ranker, I forgot at the end of it, when all generators are completed, you actually get, once all generators are completed at the bottom, you see the obsession has the exposed status effect and the killer can kill the obsession. So, damn, forgot about that. It's definitely tough though. As a survivor, you get to see like a, if you guys noticed, you can see like a model of me, like it might show them where I'm at. Like I'm not completely invisible. Pretty sure that's how it is. Damn bamboozle. Let's get, dude, why do I still have knockout on? Holy shit. Take that off. Knockout's not that good. This is a great perk though. It really is. So this is the only perk I see being, well, not the only perk, but this is the first perk I see people are going to use. It's going to be kind of like the new barbecue and chili. because gen rushing happens all the time. Obviously, that's the objective. So this will help the meta for killers. The other perks, this one could be good if you want to do like some kind of pallet breaking build. You could do it with enduring. Definitely enduring and spirit fury could go perfectly together. Maybe with also the other one that breaks the pallets. I can't think of it. Trapper's perk. I can't think of the name. Shit, what is it called? Brutal strength. It could go with brutal strength really good probably, but really enduring, because you have to, I take that back. I thought you had to get hit with the pallets. After breaking 4 pallets, the next time you are stunned. So you have to break the pallets first. So actually brutal strength would be better. So after 4 pallets, then when you get hit with the 5th pallet, then it will break automatically. But you guys have to remember, that's at level 1. Like, I think when you get to level 3, it could be like maybe 2 pallets. Who knows? That'd be a good perk. I think it would be. Let's see. I'm trying to get some points built up. I really wish I wasn't rank 1 or rank 2 right now. It'd be so much easier if I was playing against other, not such a high rank, but I guess, you know, I'm going to learn at the highest level. I mean, I'll get pretty good with her pretty fast. Let's see. Slightly increases passive phasing duration. Slightly increases the frequency of passive phasing. I don't know what that means. What's passive phasing? What would that mean? Moderately increases reappearance duration. Increases grows and reappearance movement speed. Alright, this allows you to recover the haunting power faster. This is pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, this is only at level 1, and I think it's a pretty good perk. Thinking about putting Ruin on. So the thing is, this is going to be a bad perk for Survive with Friends, and I'll tell you why. If the survivors recognize that you have multiple hex totems on the map, they're going to think about this perk. Or maybe actually it could be good still. If you could run this with Thrill of the Hunt, that would be a really good perk for this, and I'll tell you why. Because then you'll know when they're working on it, and this could be like a this actually would be good with Thrill the Hunt, Haunted Ground. This would be a good build. I'm thinking of it off the top of my head, but Haunted Ground, Thrill the Hunt, Ruin, and another maybe Lullaby, or what's another hex totem? Maybe something else. Like, that would be a pretty good build. It'd be a hex build. But one of them, one totem's going to be it's going to be a decoy. So you could use that with Thrill the Hunt. That'd be really good. Something like that. That perk alone is going to make totem builds much stronger. Very strong. Did you guys notice on that last map how they changed the map, which goes back to the patch? I don't know if you guys read the patch notes yet or not, but they made a lot of changes with the maps. just like certain areas with like long loops, they made changes to the window vaults and where the window placements are and are not. So that's going to help definitely with the killer's ability to find people, not find people, but just slow down like the long loops. Like they won't be nearly as long now, hopefully, with the changes that they made with the balancing on the maps. I'm more almost excited for that alone than I am with the killer. I really am. Oh, we got 12K on that. Let's back out and come back into it. I'm still curious though, why do I only have 9,000 shards when I had 13,000 yesterday? Makes me wonder. Oh wow, they changed the store too. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with it though. Pretty soon I'll start learning some better tricks and just a better way of using the ability. Right now, I think the survivors are going to have a head start. Like normally that's what happens until people start learning on how to use the abilities of the killer. Kind of like Nurse. Nurse was tough to use for people when they first started using her. But with practice, people started kind of honing in on the skills and the abilities of the killer. And after that starts to happen, then you'll start seeing the killer, you know, kind of have more of an edge versus the survivors. And then the survivors will probably start having to adapt and change their ways of juking and running from the killer and looping and whatnot. But if you use properly, Strider would be another good perk for yeah, definitely. Let me think about this. Strider, Bloodlust, or not Bloodlust, Bloodhound, but Predator and Strider are two perks you definitely need to use with this killer. You have to be able to track, and Strider is a perk I used to use with the Nurse back on my console days, so it helps you hear people easier if you don't know what Strider does. And the reason I was able to find some of the people I did is because I heard them when they was injured. So that's just another notch that you're going to see people use Iron Will for, because people use Iron Will all the time just to be stealthy as right now in the meta. But now, especially with this killer, you're going to see Iron Will being used a lot more. I definitely see, like, Iron Will is a really good perk. Man. Not getting a killer. Come on, lobby, please hurry. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this though, as far as the new perks being introduced to the game, and this is going to change the meta within this game, and I'm pretty happy about that. Anytime that happens, it's refreshing, it rejuvenates everybody in the community. It just helps in so many ways, because now everything's fresh again. Now you can interact with, you can use these perks and you can use these perks with the old perks and make new builds. That's what this is doing. So anytime you introduce a new chapter to the game, that's new. It's a new ability, new killer, a new survivor along with their perks, and that just reinvigorates everything. It's great. So I'm pretty happy about this. Right now, I have no idea how strong she's going to be. But first we have to actually get good with her, decent with her, know what we're doing, how to play with the killer. And then once we understand how to play with her and how to play against her with the survivor, because I'm going to play the other side too, obviously, then I'll be able to tell really where she fits in as far as tier level along with the other killers. But if you had to put a gun in my head and ask me where she fits in right now, like how strong she is, I think she could be a strong killer. Along with add-ons, of course. I haven't used her yet without any add-ons. I won't do that until I get kind of decent with her, just so I know where she fits in. But you know, no killer in today's game meta, nobody uses no add-ons. Unless you have to, unless you're starting out fresh or just got done prestiging the killer, you know what I mean? Nobody ever not uses add-ons, for the killer at least. Survivors, you don't need add-ons, but killer unless you're like rank 20 or something, and you need add-ons. That's just the way it is. Unless you're like nurse or something, but. Look at her picture. That's pretty fucking terrifying, isn't it? A phase-walking killer, able to catch survivors off guard with her traversal power, Yamaoka's Haunting. Her power allows her to teleport from one place to another without having seen. But the thing is, she is being seen because she's leaving behind like bits and pieces of herself. It's like a copy image of herself. Like, I seen it, or maybe it's just because that's me. Maybe the survivors cannot see me at all. Her personal perks, Spirit Fury, Hex Haunted Ground, and Rancor, gives her tools to observe and bait survivors and deal with obstacles directly in her path. See, every killer, their perks are supposed to enhance and help their power, right? See, Freddy's perks are make the game prolonged so he can catch up. And okay, improve his abilities over time and make him stronger as a trial reaches its climax. It's prolonging the game. Okay, Huntress, allow her to apply pressure through better map awareness and enhanced chasing abilities. Sounds good, but her perks kind of suck. But they're supposed to actually help the specific killer's perks and abilities. That's what the perks are made to do for specific killers. Same thing with survivors too. Okay guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me a water and I'll be right back. Having a hard time getting a lobby. We may need to play a game of Survivor and come back into it. I don't know. I do not know. I think she can be a great killer. First impressions, she is a skilled killer, which I'm happy about, because the only other 2 skilled killers we have in the game, is Nurse. And first impressions is, you know, when there's a skilled killer, that means that killer has more potential than other killers that don't require as much skill. And what I mean by that is, if you think about it, the skilled killers in this game are Nurse, Huntress, maybe a little bit of Clown. That's it. Well, Hillbilly too, I'm sorry. Hillbilly and Leatherface fit into that category slightly, but mainly it's Nurse and Hillbilly, or Nurse and Huntress. And those killers are the better part of the game as far as killers is concerned. And again, that's because their ceiling level is higher than their potential. That's the word I'm looking for. Potential is better than everybody else's because it varies off a skill level. Same thing with this killer. Already, you're going to have to. This is not going to be an easy kill. Like it actually says right there, difficulty hard, intermediate. That needs to be changed to hard. This needs to be hard. I think that's not easy, but Wraith is easy. Now, the reason why he's an easy killer to understand, but some of these, they need it, like Trapper's easy. Myers is, yeah, he's actually hard to use in my opinion. Hag's not hard. This is kind of hard. Intermediate, definitely hard. Cannibal's actually not that much. Actually, I take that back. Cannibal, Leatherface is not hard to use. He's not really a skilled killer. But definitely Huntress and Nurse. Those are the 2 killers that take skill to use. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time with them. So the ceiling on this killer could be, and the potential on this killer could be really, really high. And that's really what I was getting to on the map. So Predator, Strider. What are other tracking perks? Whispers. Hell, we got Whispers. But here's the thing, Whispers doesn't let me see them. It just makes me... Whispers could be good, though. Ranker is actually a tracking perk. You don't have to do anything. You just have to let a generator be completed, and it will allow you to see a survivor, every survivor in their location for 3 seconds. So that's actually, man, I'm just so happy about that perk. It's a good one. Damn. Damn. Come on, guys. We need to get a game. Gotta get a game. I got jury duty today, and I got to get a game. I guess we can listen to some music while we hang out. Let's go. Gosh, oh my tay.
Down. Love and lust. Down. All of us.
Give me a run for my money. There is nobody.
Let's see, where can I go for a list? Oh, come on, game. How's jury duty? Nah, it's boring so far. I mean, I got a civil case. Oh yeah, I haven't told you guys about this yet, but I've gotten a civil case, and I don't know. It's just so far so boring. Is basically all I can say, and I got to go back here in a little bit. Like I got like time for a little bit longer to play, but hopefully I can get a game. You know, it might be something I have to wait on, but it's all good. I'm getting paid for it, but I'm hoping this thing don't last a while because I'm going to be working a lot more coming up. I start work for volleyball season at the end of this week. So what's today? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, so I'm starting work at the end of this week. I got a lot of it, so I don't have time to do this. If I have to, I'll get out of it because I mean they're not going to pay me the same amount of money I'll be getting as far as working games. So I mean if they would agree to pay it, then I'd be fine with it. But I don't know. I'm not going to stick around just to. This song sucks. This song sucks. I went on Amazon Music to see what all they had. This is like top 50 list. This sucks.
Remember the words you told me, love me till the day I.
Everything I see is explicit. I cannot, you know, everything. It's like, damn, I mean, I don't mind listening to explicit lyrics, but I don't want certain things to be said on it. What's that? The Fortnite rap battle. What's this? This is the Fortnite rap battle.
What up, y'all? It's season of business.
Alright, let's play Survivor. Fuck it.
You know that I am the king of Dusty. You trying too hard while you smelling mad musty. Killing me? You must be mistaken, because it's your life that I will be taking. Wham, wham, wham. Now you grind to your poppy. But guess what, Poppy? Now you back in the lobby. Gameplay real ratchet. Other players in the realm, you know they cannot match it. And when
Look at that, I got a game right away.
with a dance, I boogie with my feet, then I boogie with my hands. Trigger trash kids when they saw this increase. Sorry, gotta go. Double G, double B. Sorry. Trigger trash kids when they saw this increase. Sorry, gotta go. Double G, double B. Sorry.
I'm in the hilltops, views real nice. I got the kill shot, you will die. When I aim 1 per equals 1 life. Man, I told you, they talk about my snipes. You know scope, I quick scope, you will choke. The loud bang make you jump, for real though. You're real slow when you crouch, I gotcha. Now you're in the lobby wondering who shot you.
If I had to use one perk, it would be Deliverance. It ain't gonna be this. Yeah, that's not that good of a song. Diversion, eh? You know what Deliverance would be good with, guys? Resilience. Resilience. This is not happening because think about it, man. Like, you're not gonna be. Well, it only lasts for 100 seconds, so you don't. What broken status means you're gonna be injured and you can't get healed. So it only lasts for 100 seconds, and that's gonna go down when you get level 2 and 3. If you think about it. Damon Chaos coming in with the 100 bits, dude. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. If we can only get a game, please, please. Please, God. Man, it feels bad. It's all good, though. We're going to have to go to jury duty soon if we don't get a game. I think, I don't guess there's a lot of people with the PTB. Or what's happening is, like, every time a new chapter comes out, everybody wants to play Killer. Like, all of a sudden you have Survivor mains wanting to play Killer. You know what I mean? That's what happens. And this is probably what's happening here, too. That, along with a lot of people probably don't have it because it just came out probably, what, 2 hours ago? Shit. This is terrible, man. Can't get a game. I'll give it a little bit longer, but sure. 1 second here. Had to change because I'm gotta leave pretty soon. Gotta go to jury duty. Pretty soon I gotta go, man. So I don't even know if I've only played what 2 games. Shit, feels bad. Dude, I look weird without a mustache now. I feel weird. Is that normal to say? I'm looking at myself right now. I look like a weirdo. It's like I don't recognize who I am anymore. Sorry, my mustache is gone. Like seriously, when I shaved it off, I looked at myself. I said, "Who the fuck is that?" I went like that. I was like, "Who's that?" Who the fuck are you? Damon Chaos, dude. I appreciate the bits, man. I always appreciate when you guys donate. It really does help so much. Let me look at something. Those biddies. Oh my God. Please help. Will you be back on later? Yes, I will be. As soon as I get back from jury duty. Yeah, I don't know, man. This ain't helping. Fuck. I gotta go. I ain't got time. I gotta be there a certain time. I gotta be there a certain time. This sucks. I only got to play 2 games. But guys, I promise I'll be back on later. It could be, it's only going to be maybe like 2 or 3 hours, hopefully. That's how long it lasted last time. I don't know how long it's going to last this time. I was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock this morning, got there. They said, we delayed it. We're going to delay it till 1:15. I said, what the fuck, man? Why didn't you guys let me know? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Dude, thanks for the bits again, Damon. I appreciate that so much, dude, guys. I know it wasn't like a long stream or anything, but I will be back on later on. It won't be late tonight either because I got like a lot of sleep. I wasn't on last night, so I had to sleep in, or I had to sleep to make sure I got up this morning. You know what I mean? So I had to be up early. Normally I have to get up that early. Yeah, welcome to the legal system. Yeah, you will probably show up and say it'll be delayed. It probably will. Like, they had a plea deal or some shit like that. So I don't know what's going to happen. I hope they get this shit thrown out. I hope they throw it out of court, or they fucking plea it out or do something, and I'm done, and I'll never have to do this for another 5 years. Ever, hopefully. Because that's what I'm hoping happens. I mean, I'm getting paid to do it, but I'd rather be doing this, so fuck them. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, I'm getting off. Take care. I'll see you guys later on. You know, listen for the Discord. You know, I'll let you guys know as soon as I'm done with that. If you guys haven't already, follow me on Twitter too. I'm trying to get my Twitter up so I can interact with you guys more. Twitter, Discord. I really appreciate it, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys later on in the evening. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.